Should be ready.
Your Honors, opposing counsel, members of the jury, may you please the court. The prosecution just came up before and told you that Mrs. Bancroft had her own free will, and someone forced her hand. Yes, she had her own free will. That was until Mickey Keenan came along. This case is all about manipulation. It's about one over-eager undercover police officer that created a crime where none existed. It's a case about a puppet master pulling the strings from behind the scenes. A.V. Bancroft, the owner of Blackbird Casino, has been working there all her life. After her father passed away, she's been working harder than ever before. She has a set of values that she follows. Hard work is key, truth and honesty are most important, and success is playing fair. It is not in her values to commit a bribe. She wouldn't have done it otherwise unless she was forced to do so. And she was forced by the puppet master, Mickey Keenan. Now, the prosecution told you that Avery Bancroft committed a bribe. We're going to tell you the truth. Yes, she committed a bribe. Yes, she bribed Chase Covington. But that there's so much more than that. She would not have done so if it was not for Mickey Keenan. If he was not pulling the strings and manipulating her, she would not have committed this bribe. She was forced to do so, members of the jury. As a defense in today's case, we are pursuing an affirmative defense of entrapment. This means that we must show you that it's more likely than not that Mickey Keenan manipulated Avery Bancroft in committing the crime. We are going to prove this to you by a preponderance of the evidence that Mickey Keenan was the one who forced the bribe to happen. It was not Avery Bancroft. It was Mickey Keenan. The prosecution has a burden to prove too. They have to prove predisposition. That means they must show that Avery Bancroft wanted to commit this bribe. They must show you that Avery Bancroft had steps and actions to make this bribe happen. However, we are going to show you that she was just a casino owner that wanted to have her business go well. She didn't want this bribe to happen. Mickey Keenan came along and forced her hand. We will prove this to you by calling 3 witnesses. The first witness we'll call is Miss Avery Bancroft herself. Miss Bancroft is the owner of Blackbird Casino, and she will tell you what happened. She wants to tell you the truth, so she will get on stand today and tell you exactly what happened. She will tell you about her values. She will also tell you about who Mickey Keenan is. When she first met Mickey Keenan is when she wanted to open her second casino. He claimed to be an auditor of the Gambling Commission. He seemed to want to help. However, he had other plans. The second witness we will call is J.D. Lorian. She has worked in the FBI for over 40 years. She will tell you about how Mickey Keenan did not follow the practices in his field. There was no documentation of evidence. There was not even evidence that he received standard undercover training. Lastly, we will call Corey Hyde to the stand. Corey Hyde is Mrs. Bancroft's own executive assistant. She will tell you what it's like to work for Mrs. Bancroft. She'll also tell you how she met Mickey Keenan while she was going through the bid proposal process. She will tell you how Mickey Keenan manipulated her into working for him. She became yet another puppet to Mickey Keenan. Members of the jury, at the end of today's trial, I want you to think about how it was one overeager police officer that manipulated the crime to happen. It was someone pulling the strings from behind the scenes. I want you to think about Mrs. Bancroft's values. At the end of today's trial, my co-counsel, Shireen Bhatia, will come before you and illustrate again that it was Mickey Keenan who manipulated Mrs. Bancroft. It was Mickey Keenan who forced the bribe to happen. I am confident that at the end of today's trial, you will rule the right way, that Avery Bancroft is not guilty of bribery. Thank you.